So, a quick introduction. I'm Shalu and I will be hosting today's session. For those who are new to Artlune, we are an online art gallery and a community driven platform that celebrates diverse voices and perspectives rooted in South Asian heritage. Along with this, we also work as an art consulting and curatorial organization. We support emerging and mid career artists by helping them build structure, visibility, and long term growth in their artistic journey. In our previous session, we spoke about marketing basics for artists, social media, and the response was really encouraging. Today, we are shifting the focus to something artists ask about constantly and often feel confused or stressed about building an artist portfolio that actually works. So today's conversation will revolve around some very real and practical questions like what is the real purpose of a portfolio? Or how do you organize your work so it tells your story? And how much work is too much work? Or how do galleries actually notice you? This session is meant to be a conversation, not a lecture. So please feel free to share your thoughts, ask questions in the chat, or unmute yourself. This space belongs to all of us. Now, I would like to introduce our today's speaker, Laura. She is currently completing her master's in curation from University of Essex and works closely with Artlune. Through her academic training and hands-on experience, she has been deeply engaged with how artists present their work, communicate their ideas, and build professional portfolios. Today, she will be sharing practical insights on building an artist portfolio, what truly matters, and some common mistakes to avoid, or how to present your work clearly and confidently. So, let's welcome Laura. The stage is all yours.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shalu, for introducing me. So, hello everyone. I'm Laura, a curator intern at Artlune. Today, I would like to talk about a topic that many artists will be very familiar with, which is the portfolio. When we start our journey as artists, we began to use it to apply to university and various program. And so I will begin my little talk and I will get some questions. And if you would like to answer, please feel free to. It will be a discussion with each other. So next page, please. The first topic we will look into why, like how important is the portfolio. I got some question for you. So do you think which is more important, the portfolio or the work itself?
My suggestion is both because if I don't, if you have bad work, obviously your portfolio is getting rejected in the first place.
Yeah. And if you don't have your clear portfolio, they might ruin the work. They might didn't really tell what you want to say, that kind of thing. And let's imagine like if a curator look at hundreds of portfolio a day and spend only 3 to 5 minutes on each of them, how do you make sure that you won't get ignored? I think it might be a bit tricky.
Well, keep it simple, keep it precise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a really good way to do it. And another one, do you agree that a good works speak for itself?
Absolutely, yes, it
Yeah.
does.
Yes. I think especially if you work was placed in a gallery or in a art event, a good work will definitely speak out. So according to myself, the answer is definitely the work is more important, but the portfolio is also the door to like also the bell to ring that door. No matter how good is your work, if your portfolio is a mess or incomplete, nobody will even see it. In realistically, creators don't have time to dig or to looking for the potential that behind a bit bad layout. The portfolio is your full representative, and it's speak for you, showing for you, and fight for you for the opportunity that you are not when you are not there. So usually the first impression demonstrate if you get a second chance. Yeah. Next page, please. Thank you. And then we'll look at the visual, the narrative. So do the pieces in your portfolio connect to each other, or are they all over the place? Like if you have a portfolio, or if you have experience like making one of them.
Somewhat. It is not exactly absolutely scattered, but there is some link, but there is way too much. Like, how do I say this? There's a quite a gap in some of the works.
Yeah.
So yes, sir, it is a little bit scattered.
Yeah, I think we all been through a time that we are trying to experiment with different style, that we are trying to find out which one to put in and which one not. And how to make a curator understand your creative way in 3 minutes. Do you have any idea?
My side, I'll say keep your work consistent. I think because most of the galleries or exhibitions I've seen, like
Mm,
they definitely have a consistent style and obviously a similar language.
yeah,
Like if I give the primest example of India's biggest artist right now, Sumit Gupta,
yeah,
if we see any steel utensil in a art gallery or an exhibition, we know it is Sumit Gupta.
yeah. They are
So yes,
following one like storytelling line.
Yeah, but I believe there are other things as well because some artists, like people who just start out or studying their art journey, so they experiment a lot, right?
Yeah,
So I think showcasing those experimental work is also sometimes very important,
yeah,
and sometimes curators, I think, understand what exactly, like, because they just started, right? They can understand how 10 years down the line or 5 years down the line this artist will grow, what kind of things or narratives they'll go through.
yes, definitely. And maybe another question: can a viewer learn a full story from your portfolio? Do you think your portfolio already have that storyline?
maybe not the full story, but yes, a big part of it. He can definitely get an idea what the artist is talking about.
Yeah, that's so great. So as we all talk about. So definitely the key is the consistency. It doesn't mean that work have to be looked at the same, but it means it should have a same logic as we uh like we talk about and we discuss about. Maybe share the same material, the same or method. The portfolio need to have a narrative, like every exhibition we are doing, and starting with how you observe things, how you get involved, and how it end for your deep thinking. If there is no clean link between pieces, and the viewer might be confused and ask, "Who are you? Why are you doing it?" Confusion might uh, get your work feel a bit weaker, and it's fine to diverse, but you have to help the viewer to find the thread that connect to everything. Yeah, next page, please. So we'll begin with the question like how many pieces should you like do you think actually should be included in the portfolio?
Depending on body of work which you want to showcase, I believe, in terms of if if it's a series, if it's a particular series we want to showcase, and that series has 10 works, example, then it's good to showcase all 10 of those. But if it's an experimental work, then I believe, how will I say, like different forms or themes or styles you're working on.
Yeah, I totally agree with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not. Yeah, maybe Anendo have some thoughts on it.
yeah. If anyone would like to give some more answer, yeah. Then I will continue with my next question. If a gallery decide whether to keep looking after five image, what did you like? What would you put in the first five?
Well, obviously the best of work you got, plus most likely the latest work you do
Mm,
at the moment.
yeah. As I say, like the latest work show how your like recent thought was focusing on.
Yes, yes, to some extent.
Yeah.
Or or beginning of the, like, I don't know, if it's a series, then how the narrative started and goes all the way to the end.
Mm,
So I don't know whether it will be a right or wrong thing. I don't know. Like, okay, let me rephrase it. So if narrative starts with a theme and moving slowly towards deeper understanding or deeper knowledge of that particular thing, then I think
mm,
it's important to start from the starting point rather than just flipping the sequence around.
yes. Uh, I think it really depends. Like, if you want to show your recent thought or like you want to show your strongest theory, like that kind of depends will which one you are really satisfied about. You can put in the front. And like how, like, because we talk about series for a lot of time, how do you actually balance the series with various random experience? Will you put in both, or will you just like choosing just series or only one word itself?
Sorry, Laura, I didn't get your question. Could you please repeat again?
Yeah, it's like, do you want to only put in series of work, or like to put work one by one, maybe not uh connected?
I think it's like, as an artist, I think it's important to have both things, experimental work and series, so that person who is, again, depending on who's looking at the portfolio, right? It cannot be same for everyone,
Yeah,
right? So depending on who's there looking at it, then it, so both like, if we are putting one series, then two or three experimental works, I think. I don't know.
yeah.
Just a guess.
I think it's really good, also good for like putting in various things that maybe the people who are looking at depends on what which program we are trying to apply for. They can see the different style we are working, or like different logic we are following for like having through time to time, like a working process. Is there any answer from Andy? Yeah, I will be continue a bit. So I would say if you have a solid series, a 10 to 15 pieces will be enough. Less is more. Ensure every piece is get its attention. But yeah, if you are still exploring and want to show your range, maybe 30 to 20 to 30 might be work. To be honest, if the first photograph the first five work grab the gallery's attention, they will keep looking. If those five didn't work, they probably won't continue about the other
I, ha-
25.
I have a question. Sorry to interrupt, Laura. And I think a lot of artists like me who have just started their journey, right, will have this question, because when we are in university, We don't do tons of series. We do a lot of experimental work, right? So that we'll be able to understand, find the narratives which we are looking for, right?
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
in that case, how do you think we should add those to our portfolio? Because it will be just experiments which we'll be doing or few narratives which we are figuring out.
Mm-hmm. I think that is something you should like you still need to balance it. Like definitely the first five will be your best work. That you are really confident that they will really catch others' eye. But like in terms of the total number, you really need to balance. Like, do you want to put all your experimental work in there, or you just want to show your strictness? I mean, showing process is a good thing, but you really need to balance the different, like balance it between.
I think for Anando, do you agree with this question? Like, because being an artist sometimes it gets important, right?
Sorry, it's not, your voice is not very clear. Can you repeat that,
Okay.
please?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So the question was like, when people just passed out from their universities, so they have a lot of experimental work and not a lot of series, right? Because they are still figuring out those narratives and things like that. So what kind of balance have in?
I will say go for the series first. Like your series, I believe, should have some more emphasis than the experimental works because they show really what you want to make, what you really show. I think those should have a little higher emphasis and more higher visibility.
Yes, I totally agree with you. It's like a series tell a full story rather than your piece of thinking. Like experimental thing is like I try a lot of different styles and I have passed off my way, which that can become in later. But like, if we are talking about the first five, it definitely will be uh the one like the solid work that you already have. Yeah, I will continue a little bit. So
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, thank you. So it might be so like we discussed like why we won't really like meant to put the experimental thing in the first five. So that that will be a really big problem. So if you think sorry, if you think a curator is viewing 50 or like a lot of portfolio a day, if you put the strongest work, it will definitely catch their eye. And the one that appear to your close style have the most visible approach. The next page, please. Thank you. And there will be come to the technical standards. Like we show, there's a photography room in the PowerPoint. Did you take your like for your portfolio and for your work? Did you tend to take your own photos or hire a professional photographer for that, or having a professional camera?
Oh, I tend to take my own photos because I don't have enough money to hire a professional photographer.
Mm-hmm.
Same answer over here as well.
Yeah. And the next one. Do you think a messy background or a bad light will affect how people judge the pieces, the art?
Absolutely, yes. It is like very big. It's very quite a basic question, but yes, messy lighting or a bad background. I think it is a disaster for your portfolio.
Yeah, it kind of show like you're not really an organizing person. That will make people think more about you rather than the work itself, like get distract from the work. And what kind of label, do you know what kind of the label form we should use? Like, do you have a clear idea of that?
No. And for the messy background one, I have something to add.
Yeah,
What if we are showcasing our studio practice? Then it can be messy, right?
yeah, but I think like we won't really show our toilet without like proper backup. If like even we if we are doing a room tour, we want our room to look really clean. That we don't want to show people that we are a really disorganized person. Even though it will be a messy background, but it will be something that you really want to tell that um for example, if we have a background that have painting pens, the colors at the back, but we still want to show like this is our artistic style rather than we are really messed up. Like we didn't clean anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I will be continue for a bit. So like so much great art are ruined by a bad photo. Like because and you just answered. Taking with like taking a photo with a phone is a good idea and it's a quick way, but there's a problem that um we didn't recognize. Although the like phone's camera seemingly to get a high quality, but it also but when you put in the big screen, it will show that it will like the detail will be disappear because it didn't have the high quality as much as a professional camera. So uh it's not like if you are choosing to wear clothes to an interview, sorry, it's like a clothes you choose into an interview. It won't get your job. It might take you lose the opportunity if you wear it improperly. So basic line, accurate color, and the start focus, the clear background. Many of you might take a photo with your camera. Sorry, it comes again. But what I'm trying to say is using the in-room shoot like actual photographer studio make the whole thing to show the things in scale, and don't forget the label. Just write oil painting in camera won't be really work, but write oil painting on camera the size like 120 times 150 centimeter 2024 followed in the international like dimension. The galleries need the detail to know if the exhibition is possible. If you can't pick a good photo yourself, please hire a professional. And if the like that kind of is investment is not is really worth to pay. And the next page, please. For artist statement that we always will be right in the portfolio, how long do you think the statement need to be?
300 words.
Mm-hmm. Any other options? Answers, maybe?
Maybe like
I
350
don't
to
know.
500 words.
Sorry?
Like 350 to 500 words.
Yeah.
I think 200 max because, as you mentioned earlier, Curator doesn't have tons of time to have a look at all the things you are showcasing because they have so many portfolios to look at, right? So
Yeah.
the shorter the portfolio artist statement in the portfolio is, the with the maximum details, then I think it will be good. Rest, I think we can divert them to your major portfolio or website or things like that, so
Yeah.
that they can have more in-depth details. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. That is really detailed and on what are you thinking of? And like, do you have an idea like what tone do you use in a statement? Like, do you want it to be really artistic, really theoretical, or like, yeah, more daily dialogue? that kind of tone.
I think the artist statement should be able to clearly tell what kind of work like I am doing or
Mhm.
what I'm interested in, and not just talk about, like, for example, it should not just say that my work represents my inner emotions or whatever, but it should be very specific, like what I'm working on or what I'm planning, so that I think whoever, if it's for like a grant, or whoever is selecting in the selection committee, they can understand what I'm presenting, what I'm bringing, and not, it should not be in a way written in a way that the person has to assume themselves, okay, what is it, like they have to think about it. It should clearly tell that, this is what I'm working on, this is what my work is all about, this is what I am all about.
Yeah, it definitely. Any
Yeah, that's
answer?
sorry, Lord. That's a very interesting question you asked. I wrote my artist statement, but I have no clue what kind of tonality I should use. That's why sometimes I use a lot of information, like, oh, I took reference from this what inspired me, this that, or sometimes it feels like a dialogue. I feel like I should write it in a way that someone feels or read it, and there should be a dialogue in it, like they compelled to respond to it.
Yeah. Anyone else would like to answer? Yeah, I will continue. Like we talk about a lot of dialogue. Would you try to explain your work to a non-artist friend? Like when you decide your work, your practice?
Well, you have to really kind of tone down the language sometimes. Like you have to keep it very simple. Like you don't say I'm looking for the methodology or the or my process. I just say that this is the situation and this is what the story mainly what inspired me sometimes or what I'm seeing around me. And that's what if I that's obviously for a specific situation, not in a not I can't say that in a gallery because that is going to be way too much general or way too much like common.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or sometimes I also add, like, I agree with Anando, like the story, but sometimes I also add long term plans in terms of this is what I imagine it to be, or like my art is about having a conversation with the community or having a dialogue, right? So I'll say, like, oh, this is what inspired me, but my long term goal is to have my art accessible, or have my art been in community. Just like how will I say, like how Raja Ravi Verma made gods and goddesses images available to the common people rather than being in royal courts. If it makes.
Yes, it does make sense. Thank you so much for answering. And like we all talked about earlier, I think like people in our room all get a clear idea that we won't that we are not trying to be sound artistic or theoretical. We are trying to explain ourselves, and that is a really good way. But many artists will actually fall into this trap. They will try to use big fancy word and end up not even knowing what people won't even knowing what they are trying to talk about. Buzzy work can work, but unless you can explain yourself, but like for the other reason, just try to avoid to using it. And for the word limited, I think the best word count will be 100 to 150. Uh, making three things clear: what you are doing, why you are doing it, and how to do it. For a real example, ask yourself, how would I explain this to friends who know nothing about art, and what is my starting point from a personal experience and a problem that bother me, or a love for a specific for material, and what do I want the audience to be filled with? And just remember, being real is always being more powerful than being fancy.
I have a question, Laura.
Yeah.
Sorry, just a curious question. It was because now it's we are in an age where AI is all over the place, right?
Mm,
So I believe a lot of artists who don't know what to write, they simply go to AI and say, "This is what I do. Write my artist statement." But seeing those statements as a curator, do you feel like it's tons of words but nothing about the person, or it's tons of words but not anything about the practice, or like just how will I say, like just some words, right?
yeah. It definitely make me feel like that. And because if you're using, I think you can definitely use AI to help you to write if you didn't get any idea like what kind of the tone you want to use. But I think as a human ourselves, although we are using AI, you can still edit it and edit some your personal experiment and your personal thought that AI won't really won't really know because they know it's just the things you want them to know, but those things that is yours. Just like you can use it to help you to write a brief, like a draft statement, but just please do edit it.
Hi, I have a question
Okay,
as
do
well.
Mhm.
So, like as a curator, if let's say you're sitting in a selection committee for a grant or a residency or anywhere, so what is it that you look for in an artist statement that you think, okay, yeah, I would, I would select this artist. Like, what would you look for in?
I think it's on a different occasion. Like that will be explained in our later conversation, but I can give a like really brief now. For different organization, like we are going to if we are going to apply for different program like residency, commercial gallery, or the public program, they look into different things. For example, for gallery, they would like to know like how your how your series has been and what is your latest work, and they really want to know if your work is matched to their collector's taste and do it have a marketing potential. And for the another one, if we are trying to apply for a public program, they probably want to know how your engagement with community project. So you might want to edit that. Like I have been working with some community program, and that is my experience. Like experiences, like explain it in one or two sentences briefly, and you can say more in the later portfolio thing.
Okay, thanks
Like
for
yeah.
that.
that.
So are you?
Yeah.
So go on. Sorry, I.
Oh no, it's okay. You can continue. Thanks.
Oh, so the only thing I'm like. Is it like for every occasion it needs to be a different thing? Like if it's a gallery, it should be more like commercial. If it's it talks about the commercial value of the work. If it's for a grant, it should talk about the ethos, or what they exactly want, right? Or I don't know, like or if it's for community sector something, like because as far as I know, when we apply for residencies, right, they look in the artist statement and things like that. They look for things where it aligns with their mission, right? And
Yeah.
the project proposal, which plays the highest percentage in selection criteria. I hope it
Yeah.
is clear.
Yeah, it does. Like, we definitely need different kind of like we have the same portfolio. Like, it's not like that. It's like we have the same work, but we have to put it in for the different occasion. Like we plan the CV, we won't have the all the working experiment there. Like if we are trying to apply for say if a marketing job, we won't put our experience as a mm, let me think. We won't really put our experience as a cleaner in there because that work doesn't really involve any marketing skills. And it's just like you're wearing you won't wearing a same clothes to all the interview and the events. Like you will have different clothes for different occasions. Hope that answer your questions. Yes, I think I did. Maybe the next page, please. Um, yeah, so there comes to the question we are talking a bit before, like if we want to showing your personality in the portfolio, that comes with the question like if that will be showing your studio in the background of your work. So do you think we need to include studio photos, sketches, or note in a portfolio?
Yes, to some maybe one or two, or not more than that. Not just like just fill your portfolio with the studio photographs, but one
Yeah.
or two definitely helps a little bit.
Yes. Can I get any
Or
other?
behind the scene kind of images, I believe. Like if we are putting an artwork, like complete artwork, after that we can have a behind the scene when we were making that artwork, and with some thought which was going on, I think.
Yeah. Mm, any other answer? I'll briefly continue with my next one. And how do you think you will balance the professional with be, with being as yourself, like your personality?
I
I
think
won't. Okay,
we
go.
I think you should not be too informal. You keep it casual, and don't try to. I guess don't try to be over smart with the portfolio. Like just be honest with it. If you have like an incomplete work which is in process, and you want to show that, like you want it to be in your portfolio. So put it up as it is, and not maybe edited, or I don't know, just be honest with it. That's all. I think.
Sorry.
Any other answers from this? Hello?
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry. I didn't heard. Sorry.
yeah. Any other answer you want to add it on?
Yeah. Okay. So I'll say being an artist, I'm a I'm a bit messy kind of a character.
Mm,
Like if you see my studio, if you see the way I work, it's always messy. So having that balance for me is a bit tricky. I
yeah,
don't know, like I saw tons of portfolios online, and I always think how they come up with these amazing ideas to present their work. For me, it's just how I do it. I just open up a presentation and put final images, title, that's it. So from this, I actually learned what all things I need to add in it, right? So I don't know. I hope it makes sense to everyone.
it does. It does. And yeah, and another one. So, do you think the portfolio should lay out that match with your art? Like maybe your art have a certain style, and will have some background that match with the art.
Yeah, may I? If anyone doesn't want to go, may I? Or please feel free.
I think you can go.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So I think I have a so to be honest, I think we should have, but I have a doubt in it, question for this thing as well. Like because when we add me, I created an artwork and I have tons of different ideas. How will I present that artwork, right? Then when if I'll start putting those ideas into my portfolio, it will create a distraction, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, like whether it's a good choice or not.
I think it really depends like what kind of thing you want to add in. I think if you have a whole page of description of describing your um like artistic idea or your series, you can definitely put some background to let the page look continue with your work. But if you want to put any like design behind your work, I think it will get people distracted from it. Okay, answers. Yeah, I will be continue a bit on those. So
If anyone
yeah,
else would like to add something, because I don't know, when I try to add things in it, it's always end up being super messy. That's one way to show my personality, to be honest, in the my portfolio, but it ends up being super messy. So that's why now I try to avoid. But as you said, it depends on how you are doing it. So, like, I don't know, anyone?
Oh well, I definitely agree with you. Obviously, yes, your personality definitely matters, and your presentation also. But and sometimes because I'll give you an example. The one I've seen, a very bad example though. That I won't name him, but his work basically was his portfolio basically had news articles of his work, and that led up to somewhere like 100 pages. So I don't know about that.
yeah,
So and I think someone is getting who I'm talking about, but it's definitely matches should match your personality to some extent, but definitely needs to follow some code, like some sort of formality and basic level of professionalism which is required.
yeah. It's more like you are kind of designing a book. You won't have lots of things in a book that ruin your context, that you don't want to people to
Yeah,
look away from what you write or what you are trying to show in your work.
yeah, I agree. Like,
Mm.
I think I like the portfolios. I have seen a few portfolios that were made like in the format of an art book, but not exactly like an art book. It was like, like some works they are very elongated, like they're in a panel shape. So in a normal, like if you think about in a normal word file, it's very difficult to actually present the photograph in a way that you can see the artwork properly. So I think the art book format is very nice for that, because then you have a lot of options. You can present it in a way that it's also creative, shows your personality, and you can see the artwork. It's not very fancy or anything. It's nice.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think that I like that format for
yeah,
portfolios.
yeah. I think being an artist express ourselves is good, but we also need some control there.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, I will wrap up a little bit for that. So your profession definitely your portfolio should be look professional but not cold. It should be like if you want to include some sketches and photo shoots, if that's okay, and but please add it if it's adding value. If your progress is a huge part of the work, like if you spend years experiment to find specific technique, then show it. Then please do show it. If your studio space is where your inspiration comes from, a nice photo of it does tell the story. And we uh and at the beginning of the portfolio we always have that like our photo, like personal photo of that. Maybe you can choose the way like shoot it in your studio, that you have a like a really nice background and that really show your personality, and it also show the vibe of you. But please do remember, a nice photo is the key. Like I just said, a messy random snapshot make you look unprofessional. Also, the design of the portfolio should be have the same vibe as your art, but don't don't let it try to fight against it. And the next page, please. Uh, yeah, the another one will be, do you use the same portfolio like we just discussed for for residency galleries and public art project?
No. Clearly, it's definitely very different. Portfolios for grants and residencies or for like public art projects. Public art projects can include, like maybe outdoor installation works or something like that. And for grants and residencies, they want to see your process more, like how you have developed your work and what you're planning also, like your future projects. If you're working with like photography and installation and video art with painting, so they want to know how you're relating all those together as well. And if it's for a commercial gallery, it's different. They want to see more commercial works and maybe not so, contemporary or like, conceptual works. They'll want different things. So definitely portfolio for whatever you're applying for, it has to be different.
Yeah, like we don't wear the same clothes to different occasion and venues.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Um, and the next one, can you name any differences between those application? I think you just mentioned that they are actually looking different things. Yeah. Any others like different? Can you think about any from any other people would like to answer?
Well, yes, definitely. Even not just if you're going for residencies, galleries, or anything like that. Even sometimes, if you're applying for masters, like I will be in a few months. Like even
Mm-hmm.
some in universities, they also have different demands sometimes. For example, Shantiniketan, they prefer a very conceptual kind of art. They're not much into skill based. But if you go to BHU, it is complete opposite. They are absolutely skill based work. College of Art is more balanced, and MSU is comparatively more balanced. And yes, a different portfolio definitely helps out. Like maybe having multiple portfolios at different times.
Yeah.
And obviously, yes, residencies and art galleries, they definitely prefer, they have their own demands, their own needs. So they definitely look for that in your portfolio.
Yes. And like just as you say, different college take out different preference for the for yourself, like for what you are trying to show in your portfolio. And yeah, I think that question is a bit weird. We won't answer that. So as a little wrap up, and as we just talked about earlier, uh like for residency, what we was trying to looking for is your experimental spirit, your creative process, and what you plan to explore during that. Sorry, during your stay. They are clear about the possibility rather than the process rather than the completion. And also for commercial gallery, like I think I did talk about this before, but there's an actual question. Do you think commercial what do you think commercial gallery are looking for in a portfolio?
Yes, definitely. They need someone who knows how to hold a brush and knows how to paint. Even though they don't much, I don't think they much care about the concept art or the philosophy of the artist, but they need someone good because they also have clients. They also commercial art also is in high demand.
Yeah.
So yes, they definitely prefer something.
Yeah, and I think they definitely will wanted your story because that is what we are trying to sell from art. We are not only selling the work itself, we are also selling the story and the idea of it.
True. So I agree. Can I add something, Laura?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So yeah, depending on which gallery you are applying, right? So not all commercial galleries just look for something to hang on the wall. because if they are just looking for something to hang on the wall, they'll just their clientele must be just architectural or interior designing firms. But if there are galleries who actually have a good collector database, right, then they look for the story rather than just some aesthetical artwork, right? Aesthetic plays a crucial role, right? But I think a good story also adds value to that. And when a collector buys it, they look for the aesthetic plus the story and the how the person connects with the story, right? And the artwork rather than just something to put on the wall.
Yes. Yeah. I totally agree with you. And yeah, so commercial gallery, they consider their consideration will be completely different. They will need to evaluate your work is suitable for their space and in line with their collector's taste and the market potential, as we just talked about. And if you have uh like if you already have some exhibitions, please attach a photo of the exhibition that will help the gallery to imagine how your work will be look in their space. Like they will have a more clear idea. And for the public art program, the viewer is more care about how your work engage with the public space, how you interact with community, and how you achieve the program's social goals. If you have done community project before, please show photo in progress of that in details, and do have some explanation like how your process has been and how people engage with it. Consider to maybe keep a master portfolio, a folder with all your high related, like where your high quality image statement and CVs and labels. Then whenever the opportunity comes up and you want to apply, keep and choose the best pieces for that specific application. It will take an hour or two, but like it will make you much more likely to succeed for the opportunities. And next page, please. Uh, I got a question, just only one question for this one. What are the common mistakes that, according to you, if you are doing a portfolio and when you are applying, maybe?
Sometimes too much variety.
Yeah.
You don't know what exactly you're doing, or maybe like not just variety in terms of medium. I would say variety in terms of subject, theme, genre. Like I in my class only, I would say like there's one student who she has a different subject for different assignments every time. So that is definitely a problem.
Yeah.
Or not labeling artworks properly, or not showing in process photos, or yeah, can't not knowing where they can reach after seeing the portfolio.
Yeah. Any other answers?
I think putting a lot of artworks is also a mistake a lot of people do because they choose quantity over quality.
Yeah. I think it's happened like especially you are trying to apply for university or uh, residency or public art. They won't really know what kind of uh, project they are looking for and what kind of the vibe or uh, the structness they are looking for. So they just put all the work they have into the portfolio and just get people mess around. Yes. Yeah, I will wrap up a little bit. So for me, there will be uh, four common mistakes I have been looking into. First one is the technical issue that many people didn't really realize about. the file are too big or won't be able to open, maybe considering keep your PDF under 10 MB, and if it's larger than that, considering share a link from Google Drive or any drive you have, that making sure people can actually open it. And some of them might be missing the info, such as there's no label there, loss of the piece, like the piece name. People don't actually know what they call. They just call it untitled. No connected info, and maybe no statement, or everything that a piece is needed. Like you need to make sure you have everything a piece is needed: a title, a size, a material, and the year. And might be, like we said, we got too many work and we just put everything inside, that making the portfolio didn't have any logic. If the order is a mess, the viewer will get lost, organizing by date, theme, or the visual flow, or the series. And the fourth one that you might be forget the type wrong, the wrong date, or the on-side, like upside down photos that make you look sloopy. Check everything 3 times, read it the text if out loud, and asking a friend to double check for it to make sure it makes sense. The next one, please. Yeah, thank you. So after we submitting the portfolio, if the gallery says, yes, we like your work, let's talk, or any of the opportunity you're trying to apply for, like university or like residency or public art program, what do you think, what do they want to know in the meeting?
I think again they would like to know our future plans with the work.
Yeah.
I mean, they've probably seen what our work is like, right? Like what our style is. So they know and they've liked it. So now they want to know how we can, I guess, because obviously the gallery would also earn something from our artwork, right? And it's a business. So they would want to know how we would bring profit to them, what we can bring to the table. So they'll ask for what kind of future projects we are expecting. Maybe if we want funding, if we are expecting them to help us, if that they might not want to know how they can help us, and what future projects we require, or maybe what kind of opportunities we are expecting, and also what they are ready to provide us.
Yeah.
I, I yeah, I think like how many exhibitions will be if gallery approached us, like gallery liked our work, we agreed the contract, right? Then how many exhibitions they'll be doing, right? Will the work be with the gallery, or will the work with be us, or who will be ensuring the artworks, right? Or things like that.
Yeah. And
Oh,
any,
and yeah, definitely the price of the paintings. Like they will want to know how much we want the paintings to be
yeah,
sold for.
yeah. And also maybe the pay rate, like how many percent they will taken from selling.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that too.
The commissions.
yeah. Yes, how we will deliver commission, you mean? How long will that take us?
Yeah, I'm talking about the percentage to be more precise, but yes, it is called is it called commissions, or I don't remember exactly.
Uh, Reward, I think. Commission is more like people require a specific work and we work for them, like one-to-one design, I think. Yeah, maybe we have another question. So what will happen after the meeting, we think? like we will keep in track with them, like kind of updating them with our new series. That kind of.
I think maybe the planning would start like how exhibition planning would start if it's a solo show, the venue, maybe timings, and talk with the curator and how or where what painting would be displayed, like the display style and everything. Then invitations and like promotion of the artist. I think those are the kind of things that would happen after the meeting,
Yeah. And
like the planning part.
mm, any other ones? Mm. So maybe the next one. So which opportunity are more worth to follow up on? Like if the galleries contact you at first, but after the meeting they never reply you again, we will still try to connect with them, like following up the email.
I think I would contact them once, and if I still don't get a reply, then I'll leave it. I'll think, okay, I don't know what happened, but I guess I'll just leave it. And kind of opportunities that are worth following up would be, well, first of all, it's very important to see if wherever you're applying that place is genuine or not, because there are a lot of fraud galleries, and people who say that they get your work displayed here or there, and then it doesn't really happen. Things like that happen a lot as well. And yeah, and of course, as for a newcomer, like I'm in my second year of masters, I'm about to complete. So
Mhm.
of course, I would love somebody who's offering a grant or like financial aid, so that would be good. I mean, I would definitely apply for that, or maybe residencies they are providing with like travel costs as well as project budget. So that is those kind of opportunities I would follow up.
Yeah, definitely. I think some follow up will be good, but like if they are ignore you for a very long time, just maybe stop
Yeah,
connecting with them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
One thing I'll ask galleries is that if they never came back to me, like the feedback, because in my experience, I feel like not everyone asks for feedback. They'll just say, "Oh, what are your thoughts?" This, that, right? But if they say, "If you don't like us or like my work, or just give me a feedback so that I can improve," I think that will still keep you in good books, and it will be good for you. Like if you'll approach them again, they'll reconsider you.
Yeah. It's also show your process of willing to change or like willing to think more rather than other people like being okay, you blackmail me, I'll blackmail you. That's something like that.
Yeah, I mean I think that right now, the relationship between an artist and a gallery is quite funny because it's not like normal 9 to 5 job where you have a boss, you're working under somebody or a company. Like
Mm,
in this artist in gallery, who is the boss here? Like we are the artists with the ones with the upper hand. Can we be like, yeah, it's our work. You want to sell it or not. If you don't want to, then don't. Or is it like the artists are dependent on galleries for like as a platform where our work is sold? I think it's mutual, like, right? Like right
yeah.
now as a newcomer, I can't have that attitude. Like that's a very wrong take. But yeah, like the big names, they definitely are like that. They won't get selected by the galleries. They don't run after the galleries. So I think it's very like for newcomers, it's nowadays we have very good opportunities in India also. Good opportunities are starting to come up. The culture of open calls is finally coming up in India. Like earlier, that was not the case. So yeah, it's it's a very funny way to think. Like sometimes my families are like, yeah, so you will be working under this gallery. Like no, I'm not working under anybody. Like it's the gallery is making like they are promoting me, and I'm helping the gallery with their business. That is how the thing is. Yeah, it's a funny relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, like you're you're working for yourself still, but it just look like they're paying you.
Yeah,
It's not easy.
exactly.
Yes, exactly. Also, I would like to add to that. It's because the relationship between artist and gallery. It's not just exactly that. Obviously, it's not a boss and the employee. It is a team. It is a team game. Like not just a gallery and artist. Sometimes a curator, it's the curator as well because they also are play an important part in the artist's life. And obviously, the collector, who the artist is, who is buying the person's art, because his buying also influences the market as well, and or sometimes those shapes the future. So that is also something very important. So it is a team game, not just one person going one after another.
Yes.
Yeah, that is what I was saying. Yeah.
Definitely with agree with all the things we are just talking about. And maybe I can wrap up a little bit for that questions. So getting a yes to meeting just the beginning, as we always know, be prepared and be physical, like maybe bring the physical work if you can, if you are going to visit the gallery yourself, or at least some samples or sketches, just like the people to know what kind of the texture of it. And if that will be, if it will be a studio visit, make sure your studio is clean or at least organized. I know some of you might be a messy person, as you said, but like making people feel that is a working space rather than uh, just a space that stuff build up. Uh, maybe a iPad is a great for showing more photos if if you haven't have the chance to put them in the portfolio. Be ready for the questions like they might be want to know, do you, well, like what are you doing, what your later series will be, and are you still growing your working, and maybe are you a person to be easy working with, like when you answer those questions, please be honest and professional. uh, and like we said, please do stay in touch. A lot of artists send a portfolio and then disappears. Keep the relationship alive. And when you finish a new series or when you have a new exhibition, maybe send a quick friendly email with a couple of word and like description of it. Uh, but try to not be annoying. Just stay on their radar. Maybe you can considering go to their new openings and events. You might be get a great chance to actually meet their collectors. Uh, like yeah. So art is about human connection and trust. Some collaboration take years to be happen. Be patient. Maybe keep in contact. Also learn to but also learn to say no if someone just didn't disappear or didn't reply afterwards. Maybe considering to cut off the connection and to find some new opportunities. Your time is limited. Only invest it in the relationship that I can actually support your work. Yes. Maybe next page, please. So there's come to end of our uh, series, our talkings. And here I would like to give you a quick checklist. You can take a screenshot and we will try to send you email or a short message later with those quick lists to help you to double check before you send your portfolio out and have a look on that. Maybe next page, please. There's some more. And next page, please. So any questions do you have?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the presentation I'm looking, it says artist services, right? So what kind
Mhm.
of services are we talking about? Like what kind of services Artlune provides?
Um, like we provide artist support. Like if you are started artist, we'll help you to build up your artist statement portfolio, and you are trying to apply for any residency or program, we'll also help you on that for the applications. Yeah, I think maybe Shalu can add a bit more on that.
So, like, I have a question as well. Artlone is an online art gallery, right? So, how does that work? Like, do you also, host like actual shows in galleries, or is it like virtual exhibitions? Um,
Um,
Online, is it like, you can sell your work online, like it's a platform where paintings we can sell our paintings online, or like, how does it work?
like if we are an online gallery, but we also have offline venue and shows that we usually to do one of them. And if we are going to organizing in person in person exhibition, we will connect artists and we will connect with all the founders and the gallery that might looking forward to have the like to and the venue that might looking forward to collaboration with. And we for now we are doing a lot of like visual uh, visual exhibition on our website. So if you click into there already, there is one that will end in 5 days. So maybe you can have a look. That is how we are working as visual, like working for
Hmm.
visual exhibition. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
One
Mm,
question
yeah.
here as well. Sorry, really sorry, Shadu. Just one question. It might be a silly one. What is the best software to make your art portfolio? Actually, because
Um,
I'm using PowerPoint as a moment, and not all of my artworks are they kind of have a proper layout. So just wanted to ask that.
I think I think there's no best because if you use it's no Photoshop is another one. I think it's AI that kind of the pink one. Uh, or maybe you can use Canva. Just anything that you feel comfortable to making with. That is the best idea. Because like also you're talking about like you are going to apply for a master degree in short time. Just like anything you feel that you're comfortable to do with, you can do. Because only the quality of the photo and that's the quality of the whole file is mattered.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so I would like to answer the question which Parijat asked. At Artlune, we offer art consulting and curatorial services to the artist. That can be emerging or mid-career artist. So if you are looking for portfolio consultation, portfolio review, so we are offering that currently also. So we are having free portfolio consultation. So if you just email us your portfolio and your art practices, what
Hmm.
are you currently working on? So you can just email us and we will
Hmm.
share you we can book a session with you. And
Okay, that's
also,
great.
yeah. So also we do offline exhibition and currently we are running virtual exhibitions also. So we have
Hmm.
our represented artist whom we represent, but we are
Hmm.
not limiting ourselves to that. So yeah, we
Hmm.
help other artists also with
Hmm.
consultation services and
Hmm.
we help you build your portfolio, your marketing
Hmm.
strategies, and everything around that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
I have
Thank
a
you.
I have a question. How we talked a lot about building your narrative and story. How can Artlune help us in that?
Okay, so once we know like how far you are into your journey and what is your current status in your art practice, once we analyze your portfolio, then we can tell you more about it. And once we connect and share everything, like what you want from us and like the whole storytelling thing. Then we can build a narrative for you with the help of you also. And like, yeah, I mean, we will need help from you to build a narrative around that, and we can help you building a strategy for you. Yeah, sorry. I messed it up.
Okay. Nee, that just a second. That makes
Mm, sorry, are you trying to say something?
yeah. Sorry, just a second. So that totally makes sense. But how I was looking at your website right now, and I saw you do international shows, right, in UK, Paris, and India. So how can I get in touch if I want to showcase my work internationally?
Okay, we actually have our open calls before we do some offline exhibition. So we will update you. You can subscribe to our newsletters and join our WhatsApp channel. I will share the link in the chats. So you will be updated for the open calls also. This is the channel link. You
Okay.
can get latest updates here.
So what all things we'll be able to get when we'll join this WhatsApp channel?
Yeah, so we will be sharing updates from what Artlune is currently doing. We will be sharing insights from the art world. We will be sharing tips on how you can build your portfolio, or we will be sharing grants, residency, and open calls which other organizations are doing. So you can just get a lot of updates from the art world itself, not just us, but from the art world. And yeah, it will be a artist community where you can interact with other artists also. So yeah, it will be helpful for all of the artists. I will share the email. If you have any doubts or queries, you can just email there and we will get back to you. This is the email where you can email us. If you have any more doubts or queries, you can ask us.
Is there? I have a question. Another question. Sorry, I have some question. Is there any artist you helped in past, or you are helping currently, and what kind of organizations you have collaborated with in the past? Could you tell us so that we'll have a better understanding of if we get in, what things we can expect?
Okay, so we have collaborated with lot of organization in India. We have collaborated with Mexican Embassy, Institute, Alliance Francaise, and we also collaborated with some NGOs while we worked on some offline projects in the exhibition in India. And we did our UK exhibition, and recently we also did exhibition in Paris. So a lot of um organization supported us. Uh, we did a project which was a year long, Fragile Strength. We collaborated with University of Essex and a lot of organization in Colchester and London. So yeah, we have been working with a lot of organizations who have been supporting us in this journey. And yeah, like if you get in touch with us, and yeah, you will be getting a lot of opportunities where you might get chance to uh, exhibit your artworks internationally or in India.
Thank you. Another question I have: if we opt for doing an online exhibition with Artlune, what all things will get what all things rather than like will it be just putting artworks online, or will there be blogs, or will there be how will I say other things for us to which will develop more narrative to our work?
Yeah, there will be a lot of things. We will build a whole curate, a whole exhibition for you. There will be blogs, there will be pages on our website, and there will be Instagram live, curatorial sessions, curatorial walkthrough for the people. And we will be talking about the particular exhibition all over our social media, and we will be doing collaboration posts with the artist himself or herself. So yeah, there will be a lot of community engagement activities as well, where your work will be reaching to wider range of audiences. So yeah, you will get more exposure if you involve with us in an online exhibition.
Okay, so last question I have. Sorry, I'm just taking everyone's time. Sorry, I have one last question. So, is it like how will I approach you for an online exhibition, and how will I get that information? What's the protocol? What's the process, or things like that?
Okay, so firstly, we will be reviewing your portfolio. As I first mentioned, that we will be looking like how far you're in your journey. We will be looking at your artworks and the narrative, like what themes you work on, and then we will be proceeding with the other things. Yeah. So the first portfolio review, it will be free, and but other services which you avail will be paid.
Okay. So, is there a chances that if I'll do an online exhibition, my work will get sold?
Yeah, there might be the chances. We will help you. Like will help you in reaching the collectors. So yeah, there are chances that your artworks might get sold.
Oh, thank you. Please, anyone else, if you have any questions. I asked, I think, tons of questions. So, please.
Okay, so if anyone have any questions regarding this session or anything in general, they can ask.
Can we all have a photo to share on our social medias? Like if everyone can turn on their cameras. I don't know if this is something Artlune allows or not.
Okay, sure. Like if everyone turn on their camera, just a second.
I'm really sorry. I'm not at home right now. I'm attending this from
Oh, that
somewhere else.
yeah, that's fine, not an issue. Smile, everyone. Not a picture, but a
Okay,
screenshot.
could you please tag us when you are uploading it on social media if possible?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Shalu.
Yeah.
Any any other questions anyone has? Sorry.
Okay, so before we end, a quick note about what's coming next. So the sip talk and connect session, these session happens every second Saturday of the month, and we pick out um new topics to talk about. And if you have any suggestions, please feel free to drop these in the chats or share with us, and we will bring a next session regarding that. And here is a short feedback form where your suggestion and ideas are invited. So please feel free to share your suggestion or ideas regarding the session or anything which we can work upon in our upcoming sessions. What is not happening? Okay. So we also host exhibition and offline gatherings and special sessions from time to time. And to stay updated, feel free to follow us on our WhatsApp channel and our social media platforms. Here is a quick QR code which you can scan and connect to us on our social media handles, where we will be sharing all our upcoming announcement. And thank you for being part of today's conversation. We hope this session gave you clarity and confidence and few practical takeaways which you can actually use. So, yes, hoping to see you in the next session also. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
Thank you. It was
Thank
a very
you.
interesting and insightful session. Thank you, Laura, for giving so much information. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for
Yes,
all the
thank you,
conversation.
Laura.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye.